Hey everyone. I know I've been gone for a while. I haven't made any videos recently. I have been busy with work because I do have a job still, and um it's because I came out to my mom and it went surprisingly well. But first I'm just gonna say how it happened and what I did. I um over like the past month, I've been working. I would come back to this like Word document on my computer and work on a letter, and I thought this is never gonna work. I kept looking at it and I was like, does this even make sense? Is this stupid? I don't know. And I kept doing it. I kept fixing it, rearranging it, retyping stuff. And then finally I just thought, you know what? It's time. And I kept talking to my friends and they were like, just do it. Just get it over with. It'll be easier. Cuz two of my friends are like out as trans and they were like it'll be like your mom might struggle with it in the beginning, but she'll get over it and she'll get used to it. And my brother said that too, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't think so. But last Friday, I had work, and then she had work, and I came home before she did a little cleaning, printed out the letter. And before this, I was like, Mom, tonight I'm gonna spend the night at my friend's house. And she was like, okay. So when I got home, I printed the letter, I cleaned up a little because at least if I clean, she's like, oh, yay. And it'll make it kind of easier. She's that way. Where, like, if you do stuff for her, she's nicer. But, so, I cleaned a little bit, and it was about 8 o'clock. And she usually gets home at like 8:15, so I was like, shit, I have to leave. So I kind of like left as fast as possible. And by this time, I didn't even have a bag packed. So I was just shoving things into my backpack to take to my friend's house. And when I got there to my friend's house, I was kind of like, well, guess what I did? And I told her, and she was like, oh, okay. Is that kind of why you came over? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. She didn't care. She lets me come over all the time no matter what, so she's chill. And so I came home the next day. I was really nervous. And beforehand, I like had gotten up because I couldn't sleep that well. So I got up early and no one else was awake in my friend's house except her parents. So I talked to her parents about it. They're the best. Lily's parents are amazing. They're like the dream parents. They're so understanding and amazing, and they love to talk to you if you really need to talk, and they were really helpful. So by the time I got home, I was feeling kind of like mm, I felt really nervous, kind of a little sick. But when I got home, my mom was just like really normal, like as if she hadn't read the letter. So I was just kind of like, alright. And she didn't mention it at all. And like, this went on for days, where she just didn't talk about it at all. At all. And I was afraid of mentioning it because I'm not a confrontational person. That's why I wrote the letter in the first place. So, I finally, almost a week later, asked her if she actually read the letter and if she wanted to talk to me about it, and she was like, there's nothing really to talk about. It is what it is. But like, my thing is, it kind of felt like when she didn't say anything at all, it's like if you go up to someone you really love and you're like, I'm bleeding and I need to go to the hospital right now, and they're just like, what do you want for dinner? Like, I felt dismissed beforehand for almost a week. It was tearing me up inside because I didn't know how she felt, or maybe if she just dismissed me or was ignoring me like it didn't matter. But then it ended up being fine, which is incredibly surprising because 2 years ago I tried to come out and she was just it 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 didn't work at all. It was just awful. And now she's kind of just like, alright, you are what you are. I can't change you. She kind of seems to think that it might still be a phase like she did 2 years ago. And she kind of thinks it's because of Lee. Like, because I have a trans friend, she thinks that I'm just hopping on the bandwagon, so she kind of just thinks I am one of those trans trenders. Which is a little bit, it's a little bit upsetting that she doesn't think I'm mature enough to have my own thoughts and make my own decisions and have my own feelings. Like, I mean, obviously being trans isn't a decision. No one would choose this for themselves. This inner turmoil day after day, and this incredible struggle that you have to face every day, but I guess she thinks I would choose that for some reason. But yeah, so we talked. I might be able to get a binder soon. I mean, if I bought one, I'm sure she wouldn't really say anything, but I would like to include her in it because she is my mom, and I would like her support. She's not behind me wanting to go get counseling so I can get letters for legal name changes and a T letter because the same counseling that Lee went to, he suggested to me, and it might be covered under my insurance. I really hope so. I think it is. I emailed them and asked, and they said yeah, but there's this whole insurance thing. It's like more difficult because it's like an even smaller thing because my insurance is difficult basically, and there's only a certain list of people that is covered, like certain doctors, not even certain places, just certain doctors. So I have to call them and ask if this certain person is on the list so I can even go there. And I talked to my mom, and she doesn't want me to go there until after I get regular therapy because I have depression and I have a lot of um, inner things that I don't want to deal with, like a lot of stuff with my childhood and my dad, who's an asshole. Yeah. So, she wants me to talk about that first, and then this, which I think it should be the other way around, but who knows. She just probably thinks it's gonna go away if I have therapy, but it's not gonna, so we'll get to that when we get to that, though. I'm fine with doing it in December, because it only takes about 3 months or like 12 appointments in total at this one place, so if it does take like 3 months or like 2.5 months, that's fine. That's fine. And then I'll be 18 in May, so like if it ends in March and I start doing all the and I get the letters, and then 2 months later I get to change my name and start T, that'd be fine. Like even thinking about it, it makes me happy. Yeah. So it's a give and take right now. It's a journey. We'll we'll keep talking about it, I'm sure, even if she doesn't want to. And I'm gonna try to come out to my dad within the next couple weeks because at this point in my life, I either want him to leave or support me. And I've told him this before, and he kind of just does the same old shit. So I'm gonna try to come out to him, and he's kind of like a homophobic piece of shit and all that. Like, he just basically hates the LGBT plus community in general. So if I come out as trans and he's just like, that's not real, I'm gonna be like, okay, bye. Yeah. And I think in this part of my life, um, it's exciting. It's going fast. It's really, it's a good time. I think I'm getting close to where I want to be. Like, I'm progressing in my, maybe I can begin to transition within the next 6 months. If I could, that'd be great. Probably more. Like, in the next 6 to 9 months, I'd like to start transitioning, and that'd be wonderful. And I hope that it goes smoothly. It probably won't, but I mean, even if it was just kind of difficult, that'd be fine. Like, I can get through struggles. I mean, my whole life has been a struggle, even before I knew I was trans, so what's a little more? Alright, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about coming out. Have a great day.